The story of Antigone starts with her brothers, Polyneices and Eteocles. They agreed to share their father's kingdom, but Eteocles decided he wanted to rule Thebes by himself. This angered Polyneices, causing him to attack Thebes. Polyneices and Eteocles fought, and they both died. The new king, Creon, was their uncle. He declared Polyneices a traitor and left his body out in the fields. He made it against the law for anyone to bury his body. This is where Antigone comes in.
Antigone was Polyneices and Eteocles' sister. She was very upset by her brother's death, but was more upset by the fact that Polyneices was not going to receive a proper burial. She decided to bury him in spite of the law. Her sister Ismene did not approve of this decision. After trying to convince Ismene that this was the right thing to do, Antigone gave up and went to bury Polyneices.
Antigone went out to where her brother's body was and began to bury him. A sentry who worked for the king saw her and confronted her. Antigone refused to stop burying her brother, even after the sentry reminded her that it was against the law. The sentry forcibly took her to the palace, where King Creon sentenced her to be walled up and died by starvation. Ismene arrived and tried to get Antigone to let her take some of the blame. Antigone did not want her to, but the king sentenced Ismene to death as well.
Tiresias, the blind prophet, arrived at the palace to talk to Creon. He told Creon that when he attempted to make a sacrifice to the gods, it was rejected. This was because the sacrificial animal had been eating Polyneices' dead body, and the gods disapproved. Tiresias told Creon that he could still redeem himself by burying Polyneices and letting Antigone go, but Creon was too proud to say he was wrong. Tiresias left frustrated.
Suddenly, a messenger came to talk to Creon. He related a horrible story. Creon's only son and Antigone's fiancé Haman was dead. Antigone did not want to die shamefully, so she hung herself in her prison. Haman, upon seeing her corpse, stabbed himself and died next to her body. Creon was very distraught over this news. His wife Eurydice was on the way to pray to Athena when she heard the news. She then stabbed herself as well. Creon was greatly upset by this. His wife and son were dead because of his actions. This was punishment for being too proud.
When to do what?
It's recording! Okay, y'all get out of the scene.
Okay.
Y'all come back here. It's recording right now.
Okay.
And action. Antigone went out to where her brother's body was buried and began to... Wait a minute. Start over.
Or just saying it.
Okay, go ahead.
To talk to Creon. He told Creon that when he attempted to make a sacrifice to the gods...
Okay, can you really, because I look to look at you and then I like...
Okay, let me walk in from this.
Animal had been eating Polyneices... Whatever, I'll pronounce that later. Dead body.
Okay, to make sure it's...
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you say his name?
Tiresias.
No!
Polyneices.
Polyneices, okay.
I got that on tape.
Okay.
What?
How do you say his name? I don't know.
That's a blooper. We are keeping that.
Maddie, where's mine? Okay.
Okay, ready?
It's recording.
Oh, well, I'm just sitting here playing with him. Okay, that's also Lord.
The sacrificial animal had been eating I still can't say his name. Recorded.
This is pathetic.
Oh my god.
And I almost fell and broke my face.
Here.
Oh look, it's
Help me hang myself, Caroline.
Oh.
You guys are terrible.
This reminds me of trying to...
You guys are horrible. You would never lasso a horse.
Don't let that get to the ground. You can never successfully kill yourself. You can never successfully...
Now I have to go get my...
Yeah, you always need... Caroline, please don't fall.
Yeah, you might...
I don't know what but... Oh, there it is.
Let's do this. Why can't I just...
Antigone did not want to die shamefully, so she hung herself in prison. Haman, upon seeing her corpse, stabbed himself and died next to her body.
Crehaven. Thank God I was recording that. Ah, Creehaven. Okay, let's try. We're talking, she stops because she hears us, and then she whips out a knife and stabs herself too.
Right behind you?
Yeah!
Okay, so I better grab a...
Creon was very distraught over this news. His wife Eurydice was on the way to pray to Athena when she heard this news. Then she stabbed herself as well. Creon was greatly upset by this. And his wife and son were dead because of his action. This was his punishment for being too proud. I didn't touch any of that on tape.
To go in. I keep feeling like I'm dying too early. Oh my god. I gotta stop dying so early.
Don't make fun of my laugh. At least I don't talk to myself. At least I don't talk to myself.
Shut up!
I can't